On December the 16th, 2012, we got our first look at DayZ, the standalone alpha game that was a continuation from the Arma 2 mod. So, Arma being a very competitive war game, simulating war and different elements of it by Bohemia Interactive, actually spiraled off into the mod community, and a zombie survival game was made on the same software and engine. So, in December of 2012, they actually turned DayZ into its own standalone game, and that's when we got DayZ Standalone for the PC. It's also now been ported over to both Xbox and PlayStation, so you can play it across all three platforms, and it's really popular to this day. It's crazy the fact that it's over 10 years old at this point, and there's still like tons of people playing this game. If you go on Twitch, if you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, if you go on YouTube, there's going to be people streaming this game regardless of what time of day it is, what time of year it is. It's a game that seems to beat that cycle. Like how FIFA comes out, people play it for a few months, then the hype dies down. Call of Duty's the same, Battlefield's the same. No game has been able to actually keep a consistent, steady player base like DayZ. It's insane how many thousands of hours the people have poured into this game, how active the mod community is on PC, and how great the actual team is over on the Twitter to actually keep us posted in what's going on with updates and patch notes and things. But this game, I remember running it on my old HP laptop, literally burning my fan up inside of it because I wanted to play it, and I remember getting like 800 hours in DayZ. It's ungodly. One of your friends somewhere, if they play video games, will have hours in DayZ. Just ask them what they are, and you'll see how addictive this game is. The whole premise of DayZ is that it's a set in a zombie apocalypse. You are a character that just wakes up, and then you basically survive as long as you play. And then if you die, you become a completely different character. You lose all your gear and stuff. And there are ways of obtaining it back, but it's a really tough game with the fact that the cold affects you, different food will affect you, the wildlife in the game wants to try and attack you, the zombies in the game want to try and attack you, or the players in the game want to try and attack you. It is one of the best and most complex survival games I think I've ever played, and I love what they've done from 2012 all the way over to now, 2024. It's just insane, beautiful, brilliant, exciting. It's such a weird game because it evokes a lot of cool feelings. I've made some lifelong friends through DayZ, people who I've never seen their face. I've never even met them in real life, but I've played thousands of hours of DayZ with them, and it is insane. I've explored nearly every inch of the map, and the maps is what this video is about, because in October of this year we're going to talk about something pretty cool happening for the DayZ community, and it's been something we've been looking forward to for a long time. But even things like gunfights in this game, like you get so invested in the character, and I guess because of a lack of a story campaign written for you, you kind of have to just make up your own stories as you go, depending on your play style, your character, the people you're playing with. It's really crazy. Like you can just go on it and have a laugh and have fun, or you can commit thousands of hours into it and build bases and little castles and keeps and fortresses and little outposts. You can fix up cars and eventually now boats. You've got to manage your inventory spaces. You've got to look after your weapon quality. Things can get pristine, damaged, worn, badly damaged, ruined. It's really, really interesting, and just some of those characters that you can build in the items you find in the world. It's insane, and you really do get invested. Now, in December of 2019, we actually got our first look at DayZ's first ever DLC map. Now, the modding community on the PC are able to use mods to make custom maps that you can download and play for free. I've tried a few of them here on the channel, and it's really fun. But the official Bohemia Interactive, the company behind DayZ, made an official DLC map called Livonia, which is a lot smaller. It was a lot more compact, and it was highly more likely you were going to run into players a lot more. I mean, you definitely do. So if you are interested in the more PvP style, Livonia is where you'll find those intense firefights and those cool player interactions. Livonia is my map, the map I really love. I've been there since the start, and I love Cherno and everything about it, but Livonia has been my bread and butter for the last couple of years, and I've played it religiously. Probably got my most amount of hours playing Livonia, and I absolutely love it because of all the friends I've made on that map and all the awesome time spent wandering around that river and the forests. Things like bears got added into this DLC, which was really fun. New wildlife to hunt, new weapons, new clothing items, new locations, bunkers, bases, nuclear zones. There's like an artillery cannon that fires these toxic gas things out that blocks off parts of the map at times. It's really cool. Like, it's a really cool DLC map. And obviously going from 2012, 2013 all the way into 2019 without having any DLC content, we were invested when Livonia came out, and it's been heavily played, and it's very active on across all the official community servers. But it's a great map to explore. It's not too big. You'll find your friends fairly quickly, and it was really awesome to encounter bears for the first time. And then this year in 2024, we actually got our first ever teaser for the first new expansion map. Again, an official one from the teams over at DayZ's dev department. And we are getting a whole different experience. They've kept it such a good time of year to release. We got talked about this in sort of May, August of this year. And now we've got more details for the winter. But it's a winter-themed map. The whole map is covered in snow. I'm assuming there'll be parts where there aren't snow, but it looks like it's full of ice. Mountains, the active volcano is on the map, which is going to be interesting. Loads of new animals, loads of new sicknesses, loads of new things you're going to have to find, like new clothes and weapons, military bases and such. It's really interesting. And the addition of boats, because water has never been a thing that you can explore too much in DayZ. You can always swim since day one, but it was never really a benefit to be in the sea, where now you can get these rubber dinghies and like actually go out into the sea. It's really cool. A lot of this map is going to be like on ice sheets, which is really interesting. There's going to be special thermal clothing items that you have to wear to go into the freezing cold area, otherwise you will just slowly die of like hypothermia and frostbite and things like that. And I think Frostline releasing in October 2024 as our second DLC map is really interesting. It's going to make a really cool Christmas thing. It's going to make us all feel the season of October and the winter months is going to be great. I'm sure people will play thousands of hours on this map as soon as it releases. People are going to go mad for it because we've got our first look at it, and it's looking amazing. The animals, there's new foxes, new wolves, different mechanics of how the original animals work, new types of fish for fishing. Those boats are going to be interesting to see them being used in like combat and in survival. We have no look at what new zombies might be there, but there'll definitely be some new variants of zombies, like different clothes and different designs for them. There's loads of new locations, IPs, and a whole new map to go off and kind of explore yourself. So I am really excited for that, because it's been ages of playing Livonia, and as much as I've loved it since day one, I'm looking forward to a whole new map. And the price. So when they first released DayZ, I think I picked my copy up for like £30 or £40 back in 2012, 2013. And then when they did the Livonia DLC map, it was $24.99 in the UK. And in the new prices for the Frostline map, we've actually been told it's going to be $26.99 USD. So they've even kept the price fairly realistic, which is nice. Most games these days will drop like a £100 game and then £90 expansions, and like expect people to drop like stupid amounts of money. I love with the DayZ team that they keep things high quality and low price, which is nice for everybody to just grab a £26 DLC and hop onto a whole new map. It's not as big as Cherno's map, which is the original standalone map, and it's not as small as Livonia. It kind of fits nicely in that middle of like, it's a good sized map to explore. You might not always run into firefights necessarily, unless you're looking for them, but most of all, it'll be like new elements of survival, new elements of exploration. I'm going to try and live stream the shit out of it the second it comes out. And just like that, you've got DayZ standalone on the left, Livonia in the middle, and now Frostline on the right. And I can't wait to see those clips of people playing the new map, their reactions. Apparently there's caves and could be underground tunnel systems. There's like a volcano, which we've seen. There's like glaciers. It's like giving me Icelandic vibes, but I think it is based off a real continent somewhere, a real place somewhere in the world. But I really do look forward to it. We've been near rivers and swamps and forests in Livonia and in Chernarus. We've been in huge cities and little rugged wilderness countryside areas, but in Frostline we're going to experience the water, the ice, the mountains, and these hot springs and things. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see what the team cooks up with it. So I will be streaming this as soon as it comes out, and I will be playing it and covering so much content on DayZ. And it comes out a brilliant little time. It comes out October the 15th, so not too far to wait now, less than a month. And we actually get it before Black Ops 6, which is nice. So it'll give us a nice little thing to really sweat out and do before Black Ops 6 releases. So I'm excited to cover it as much as possible in shorts, videos, and live streams. So check out the channel and subscribe if you're interested. I'll be streaming Livonia content up until the new DLC comes out, and then when the content comes out for Frostline, we'll be covering it as much as possible. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Peace.
Switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia. Darling, I'm just so fed up with what does perfect even